Pakistan-Bangladesh ties are at their warmest in decades. One of the biggest fallouts of Sheikh Hasina's exit in August last year. Bangladesh now leans distinctly away from New Delhi and towards Islamabad. And India is concerned. In light of all of this, the recent meeting between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Bangladesh Chief Advisor Yunus assumes special importance. Here's more.
Their body language was indication enough of India-Bangladesh tensions amid new equations and distinct shifts in South Asian socio-politics. The previously unscheduled meeting was the first between the two after Sheikh Hasina was ousted and an interim government took over in Dhaka. Frictions at multiple levels, including Dhaka's new cozying up to Beijing, cast a shadow.
Prime Minister also urged in this regard that any rhetoric that vitiates the environment is best avoided. On the border, strict enforcement of the law and the prevention of illegal border crossings, especially at night, is necessary for maintaining border security and stability. Prime Minister also underlined India's concerns related to the safety and security of minorities in Bangladesh, including Hindus, and expressed his expectation that the government of Bangladesh would ensure their security.
Dominant too in these last few months has been a rising Bangladesh-Pakistan Bonhomie, a readiness to set aside tensions around 1971 and look beyond the Sheikh Hasina years. Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and Bangladesh Chief Advisor Muhammad Yunus have met twice at recent international events. It's been a string of recent high-level bilateral interactions and visits, from Pakistan's envoy to Dhaka calling on BNP Chief Khaleda Zia to Pakistan's Inter-Services Intelligence Chief visiting. Pak Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar is going to Dhaka in the third week of April, a big first. Extend that to military and trade ties. Bangladesh's second highest ranked military officer visited Rawalpindi and initiated talks with the Pakistan Army counterparts to formalize defense engagement. Arms trade, joint military exercises and joint training programs have picked up. Trade is up more than 25% in less than 1 year.
It's a new development, certainly after many decades in which Pakistan-Bangladesh relations were limited, if not completely frozen. But at the same time, I think they're also a sign of the desperation of the interim government led by Professor Yunus, because they are trying to develop relationships with a series of countries that should, in their view, offer alternatives to India. That is a risky strategy. It is one they have been playing for the last few years, last few months. That includes the visit of Professor Yunus to China. But I think there are early indications that this will have limited effects, which basically means that Professor Yunus is realizing with his interim government that he is bound to find some type of working relationship with India.
For India, Pakistan and Bangladesh coming together with the China hand thrown in means big security implications. At the top, Bangladesh border security concerns, particularly if anti-India terror bases are revived. Pakistan has long stoked anti-India Islamist fundamentalism and radicalization in Bangladesh. West Bengal and the northeast become vulnerable. There's also the threat to India's Siliguri corridor from Bangladesh and China. On the military front, Bangladesh planning to acquire JF-17 Thunder fighter jets jointly developed by Pakistan and China is a worry for India. Dhaka is also likely to get support to expand its naval and maritime fleet. Alarm bells are definitely ringing.
We know that Bangladesh is going through a change in its demography with a very young population that is susceptible to radicalization and extremism. Now, in a circumstance where you have the Jamaat party, for example, playing an increasingly important role in Bangladesh, in role and in position to control some policy agendas, including on police, on crime, on justice. The second security implication is about trade and commercial relations. The border between India and Bangladesh will be, of course, a border of fences, of controls. We've seen that develop in the last few years. But it will also be about border of flows of goods and people. We saw the record number of Bangladeshis who have been coming to India for health tourism and tourism. Naturally, there will be security implications on what Pakistani operatives from the intelligence service may be doing in those border regions.
Recent developments overturned Bangladesh-India affinities under Sheikh Hasina completely. India's eastern neighbor now becomes a worry, and that changes regional dynamics in a big way.